Woo!
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Front Yard Fantasy Podcast live stream. Big boy, eye black, beautiful beard, battle of the brains. We've got week 12 fantasy horse for you. I know that one went off the rails a little bit. We're here as always with Josh and John Luke, and today we have a very special guest. We've got Matt from Fantasy Affair, aka Matty Daddy. Matty Daddy 2652. Did I get those numbers right on Twitter? How you doing, Matt?
That's what I like to hear. Yard. I'm usually stuck in the back. Today I got the eye black on. I'm ready to participate in war. 3 COVID tests. I took a piss test. The guys got me on. I'm ready.
We actually require all of our guests to take piss tests. It's
of course.
weird but fun tradition that we have.
We manually, administer it and everything. It's a real good time.
We have to be in the room, make sure there's no cheating.
Of course.
Josh does the traveling for us.
Yeah, I'm all over the place. Whenever I'm not on the stream, that's actually really what I'm doing.
He's traveling around testing our guests.
Got the gloves on, everything.
Like I said, Matt is from Fantasy Affair. That is Fantasy Affair FF on Twitter. You can follow them there. But Matt, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you've been doing with Fantasy Affair, the type of content you're pushing out, things you've been working on?
Absolutely, man. We're working on anything and everything. We're a family tight-knit group. Basically, we're putting out content on our website, on Twitter, and we're growing. We're just starting. I want to give a shout-out to a couple guys because we are a team.
Let's do it.
Brian, Sandman, Andy, our editor, anybody and everybody. Brian Craighead writing articles. There's so many. Brad. We're growing slowly but surely, but we got to crawl before we can walk. But yeah, fantasy football, we all have this passion. I got a group of guys together. I was like, let's have a brand to show for it. And that's what this is. This is, everybody can talk about it. So put pen to paper and show people why you know what you do. But yeah, we're hitting every topic. And like I said, we're growing. I'm trying to figure out videos. I want to pull, hot buys out of my beard. Will Fuller, I pull them out. Smack them off. But like I said, we're in the infant stage. But guys, I'm glad you had us on. FantasyAffair.com. We're anywhere and everywhere. And Simon, Josh, John Luke, baby. I love it. Thank you guys for having me.
I love it, man.
You on here.
What's up? Is Will Fuller in your beard? Is that consensual? Does he know that he's there?
He's
Is that what
right now.
Was your beard oil the performance enhancing drug that he was taking?
You're using some enhancement in there, I can tell. And I think that's where Will Fuller got it from. Yep.
If you have Brian Cushing as your strength and conditioning coach, you need to test the whole team.
That's a great point. That's actually a great point. I didn't think about that one.
I think people should have known something was up when he was healthy for more than 4 snaps. I love Will Fuller, but man, it's been a train wreck watching him some of these years just get injury after injury. Matt, you said you're crawling before you're walking, but you seem to be crawling pretty fast with the amount of content you're putting out there. I respect the grind, what you guys are doing. Before we dive into the game, there was a football game last night. I believe the quote from Bruce Irvin was Carson Wentz's cheeks. Besides that, do you guys have any other opinions on the game last night? Any further analysis besides Carson Wentz's cheeks?
I think that's all that needs to be said.
Josh, you're muted. Josh, you are muted.
I was muted. How'd you know? No, but seriously, Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf are very good. The Eagles, Carson Wentz, Peterson, all them, not so good. So that's my analysis.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cut and dry. It was. What'd you say?
I said the Eagles just look like a shit show in general.
Yeah,
they really did.
They did not look good.
Everything. I don't see light at the end of the tunnel. Like next year, they could be the worst team in the East, I think.
And what did I see today? Someone tweeted out a list of all their players that were 30 or older, and it was like the majority of their offensive line. Then they had like 8 or 9 defensive starters that were all 30 or 30 plus. They're about to enter a huge rebuild. It's looking ugly there. And yet they still might win the NFC East. They're still in contention over there. That could be the worst thing that could happen to them being in that division. Miss out on that playoff spot.
It looks like the Redskins are going to take it to me.
The who?
The who?
I hate it. I hate doing that. The Washington football team. I always do this. The Washington football team looks like they're going to take it, not the R word.
It's a different thing. That's a different thing.
No, but I mean,
What up-
the
what up,
Washington
Sean?
football team looks like they have the most complete team at this point. I don't have any faith in those Cowboys or the Giants I don't have any faith in any of them, but at least the football team has something at defense, and they have people that can make plays on offense.
Yeah. What up, Swamp?
He's at work, so he's gonna miss. He wants to know opinion on JD and Fulgham. IDK, what to do about them? Fulgham, I don't know, man. I don't even know if you can start. Maybe he's talking about Jalen Rager. The R and the D are real close to each other on the
JD
keyboard.
McKissic,
Oh,
probably.
gotcha.
I'm just guessing.
I mean, but they didn't play last night. If they're talking about the game last night, so we can talk about Fulgham first. Matt, what are your thoughts on Fulgham rest of the season?
I don't want him. I don't. You're never going to start him. So what are you going to do with him at this point? He's just going to be a clog on your bench. Go get a pick, man. Whatever you can get, go get. Like, there's not
I'm right
enough
there with you.
upside in that Eagles offense. If Sanders isn't producing, Goder's spotty, but is the problem Wentz or is it Peterson? Somebody's got to be the scapegoat. And I'm not sure that Rager or Fulgram's going to be the alpha receiver there. So I don't want any part of it. I'm out.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm
How about you
done
guys?
with Fulgham. I'm done with Fulgham. I'm done with almost every receiving option on that team. Like you said, I think you can start Goddard, but I'm not starting any other receiving option for the Eagles the rest of the season.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
right
me
there with
neither.
you.
It's not good. DK looks good though.
Oh God, he looks so good. And every time it's a DK game, I love seeing it, but it hurts my feelings that it's not a Tyler Lockett game.
Yeah. You guys hear clicking? Is that I think we got some mic
I had
feedback or
a
something.
epiphany on my.
Yeah, the mic just isn't liking it today. It sounded great
My mic?
before.
Yeah, Matt. I think your mic is. If
Yeah,
you can turn it up and maybe try disconnecting, reconnecting.
No, it's all good. You know, we've been here before.
What about that?
We have.
Actually, sound.
Oh, I think
sounds good.
Now,
You're
the clicking's
frozen.
gone.
Your face is frozen, but I can hear you.
Oh, nice. We got the close up on that beautiful face.
Oh yeah, so good looking. That's what I like to see.
I still hear it. I don't know what that could be. Sounds like someone's chewing gum. Oh, it's just Josh.
Can you?
Let's see. Sorry while we troubleshoot. Thank you, everyone.
You guys out there, you stay sexy, all right? Just like Simon over there.
Just like Simon. His focus face is so sexy.
So sexy.
Looks so
Okay,
good when you're down
so
the street.
does anybody else have a team that looks great on paper but specifically can't find the end zone? Wide receivers are Hopkins, Kupp, Julio, and Galladay when healthy. Started Samuel Parker this past week. Well, I'll tell you one thing: your wide receivers are loaded.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you say you can't find the end zone. I don't think you're losing because of your wide receivers, regardless of them not being able to find the end zone. I guess I would like to see what the rest of this team looks like, but I find it hard believing that you're losing because of these guys, right?
Yeah. I guess Galladay, like you said, Galladay's been hurt.
Holiday, Julio, off and on.
Hopkins didn't do great this weekend,
No, yeah,
but he's been great the rest of the year.
I guess they're not really putting it all together in like the same week, and I guess that's
Yeah.
the issue. I can see that.
Julio's always like this though, with the touchdown, the end zone dependent, or like he gets a lot of yards, not a big touchdown guy. So
Yeah,
it's sort of what you have to live with. But
Oh,
yeah.
I think you fixed it, Matt. Let's hear you say something.
Oh man. So like what's your record Apple MVP? I mean, that's just man, if you're not going to make the playoffs, I feel bad for you.
yeah, that
I
would be
feel
a tough
bad.
break. That would definitely be a tough break with that. Like you leave the draft feeling so good with that team, and then
You
you're
know
like,
what?
oh shoot.
You know what? I can directly relate because I've got a trio of wide receivers that I freaking love that have been they have let me down quite a bit this season. Like they've had some great games. One of them started the season great. One of them's doing all right now. But with Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, and DJ Moore as my 3 starting wide receivers in a lot of leagues, there's been plenty of disappointment. On paper, I look at that and I'm freaking thrilled to have Mike Evans, DJ Moore, and Amari Cooper. But it just hasn't panned out as that superstore receiving core.
No,
I think
I think
you
you
might
might
be good
be
now, Matt.
It sounds good. I heard you say nothing, and I didn't hear. Yeah, that sounded good to me, man.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Nope.
Nah,
we
he doesn't
lost
like
him
us.
again.
Not
It's all right. It's all right. We'll get him back.
Let's see.
Arthur's
Apple
6
says
and
he's
6.
6-6, needs a win to get into the playoffs next week. Oh man, that's fun. Isn't that the
It
best
is
for
fun,
week
though.
13? I've got a couple leagues where we're sitting right on the precipice. Let's see. Oh, this is his one
Yeah,
running
I was
back
about to
league.
say, I was
Gotcha.
about to say.
I remember
Yeah,
this league now.
Yeah, me
QB
too.
is Rodgers, RB is Cook, kicker is Lutz, no defense.
That's a
Man,
freaking stacked team, bro.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't know who you're playing next week, but you're gonna win that, and you're gonna make the playoffs, and then you're gonna win the championship because that's all that matters. You get into the playoffs, then anything can happen, right?
Yeah.
I've had plenty of teams follow the same strategy. So stay
gonna happen.
positive and make the right decisions, and I'm sure you will get in there.
What's Rogers?
welcome back, Matt. We missed you.
Does it still
It's
sound like
Matt.
crap?
Nah, I don't.
It's a little better.
I
Yeah,
think
I don't
I
hear
think
the
you're good.
Oh,
I never had this issue. It's weird.
No, I know. It's a weird one.
It's
'Cause I
all
got
good.
the eye black on. I get
It's
it.
the
It's
eye
the
black.
eye black.
I get the black on.
The computer can't keep up. You know what?
Matt
And it's not even
Patricia's
bad.
fault.
We can hear you, we can see you, and there doesn't seem to be lag. So even if there is a little feedback, we can work with it for the rest of the stream. Yeah, that team is disgusting. I hope that's an 8-team league if you're not going to make the playoffs, because with a receiving core like that, man, that would really hurt my feelings to be on the outside looking in.
It's not PPR. I guess that is part of the problem. When you're not scoring touchdowns in a non-PPR, it does make it a little bit more just difficult to win. That's why I prefer PPR leagues when it comes down to it. It's a little bit more stuff you can fall back on and look at for consistency in fantasy. But
Yeah,
hey, you still got it, man.
Absolutely. Okay, well, today, guys, we are going to be playing a Week 12 edition of Fantasy Horse. Week 12 is not officially done yet with the Ravens Steelers game not happening, but we wanted to keep it on Tuesday. We wanted Matt to play against us, so we're doing it
I want Matt
today.
to play.
For a reminder for Josh, I know you always forget the rules, and for
I need a reminder.
I know, and for people watching that haven't seen us play this game before, I'm going to run through how we play. How it's going to work is Josh is actually hosting today. He came up with a series of questions based on this week's happenings or up to this week's happenings in fantasy football. He will ask one of us a question. Maybe he'll ask me, did Devontae Adams or Olabasi Johnson score more fantasy points this week? I'll get to choose whether I pass or play that question. If I play it and I get it right, I get to give a letter to one of my opponents. If I pass it to them, they then have the opportunity to answer. If they get it right, I get a letter. If they get it wrong, they get a letter. We'll play until 2 of the people are horses, and then the last person standing is the winner.
Cool. Yeah. I hope you guys are ready because I got some good questions for you today.
I think I'm ready.
It's
Matt,
gonna be
you
a
with
lot of
us?
Josh math, isn't it?
No,
Nope.
There's one
Matt is not
severely. There's definitely one really good Josh math question, but outside of that, not too much Josh math involved. Not too much. Add up this person's stat line, this person's stat line, this person's stat line versus this person's stat line, this person's blah blah blah. Not too much of that going on.
Okay.
And Simon, where'd you go?
What is going
Oh,
on,
man.
guys?
Simon, I miss you. There you are.
I updated my
Cutie.
settings.
You
We should be
cutie.
good now.
NBC is going to pull our funding.
NBC, yeah. And we just got it.
We
I heard
just
MPC.
and,
Non-player character is going to pull our funding.
That makes sense.
Okay. Matt, you good?
You look good. I mean, I'd tap that.
You can hear us?
all right.
Let's see.
All right. So, through the magic of fantasy, I'm trying to determine who should go first here.
Wait, time out. I think Matt's muted. Can you click the mute button? Oh, and he's gone. We lost him.
Matt, please. Matt, come back. All right. So, how about that
Maybe
game
it's
last night,
up there.
guys? No, I'm joking. We already talked about that. But do you think Jalen Hurts should start over Carson
Oh,
Wentz
yeah.
going forward?
I'm just trying.
I
Yeah,
do
I
not
mean,
know.
yeah, I like when you try.
I'm trying hard, but I'm not winning right now. So.
Like, I think you're good, man. Like maybe if it's still an issue, when you're talking, you unmute, and it's
Yeah.
not that big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Unplugged the mic, and now it's just my phone. So
Okay.
I
Well,
think
this
you sound
works.
pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, this works.
I'll use a payphone if I have to. I don't care.
we got a number, we got a line for you to call in. You can text us your answers if you
Simon
want.
has a lot of quarters he can send you.
He's
Oh,
playing
really?
this damn game.
Well, tingle. Let's do it.
all
Josh,
right. Well,
We'll pass it off to you, Josh, host of today's game.
I am the host. You guys listen to me, and Simon, you will be going first.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. And NBA Rig apparently thinks that Jalen Hurts should start just like
Maybe the-
Taysom Hill.
Maybe
I
the
kind of
jacket
whip
should
him
come
honestly.
off.
Like, you know what? The Carson Wentz, you can't look much worse than Carson Wentz. Just put it Jalen Hurts at this point. I mean,
See what happens.
see what freaking happens. Like,
Yeah.
do something. I mean, yeah, whatever. So, are you ready, Simon, for the first question
I'm ready.
of Fantasy Horse? All right. We are going to start out with a pretty simple one here. So, let me get to the banners.
That's always a trap whenever you say those words.
No, it is simple. For the first question of this week's Fantasy Horse, I'm going to ask you guys, who had more catches in week 12? Was it Austin Eckler or Tyreek Hill? Simple question. Simple one. Who had more catches? Austin Eckler or Tyreek Hill, Simon?
Ooh. I feel like you're trying to trick me. Tyreek Hill just had a record-setting fantasy performance, like
He had a
top
record-setting
all
fantasy
time from a skill position. He was unbelievable. He had like 203 yards in the first quarter, 2 touchdowns, but he had some long touchdowns. I don't know if he had more catches than Austin Eckler, and I can't tell if you're trying to trick me to pick Austin Eckler or double trick me to pick. You know what?
Which way am I going?
I'm gonna play this.
You're going to play it. He's not passing it, boys and girls.
I think Tyreek Hill had more receptions. He had this unbelievable week, and I know he had some long touchdowns, and I know Austin Eckler also had a great week coming back, but I got to go with Tyreek Hill on this one.
Simon is going with Tyreek Hill. He's saying Tyreek Hill had more catches than Austin Eckler in week 12.
Give me some good
ladies, girls, boys and girls, Tyreek Hill had 15 targets and 13 catches.
Ooh,
Austin Eckler had 16 targets and 11 catches.
woo!
You're correct. You are
Dang it.
correct.
Barely.
I was kind of thinking about making this question a targets one, and then that would have really screwed you guys, I'm sure.
Let's see. Where am I putting the letter? Am I throw this to our guest, Maddie Daddy, or am I throwing it to JL?
Ooh, that's Jail tried to leave the
I
stream
mean-
so you'd forget about him.
One of us looks more intimidating than the other.
You're right, JL. You
That's
get the
true.
letter.
Damn it.
I'm not giving it to the one who's
You look too
intimidating me.
intimidating, bro. Okay,
That's fair.
so I forget how to create these banners.
I got it. I'll take care of the score.
Wait,
Do you look at the banners when you do it?
I've got a separate folder.
Okay,
speaking,
cool.
this I was thinking about DK Metcalf, and we were talking about him earlier. Simon and I had a pretty interesting conversation this morning about him. I don't know that if you said DK Metcalf could stay, like he's had to stand still and pretty much let me try and hit him, if I could knock him over. Could you?
I'm
do that?
tackling him. I'm
You
tackling.
could tackle. You could knock him over.
Uh-huh. I'm not saying I could knock him over, but like if he's running and I gotta like grab his like ankles and like bring him down, I think I could do that.
Yeah, he's not.
Oh.
He's not running. He's
Oh, if
standing
he's-
still.
If he's
Just
running, there's
drag-
not a chance in hell.
That was my point. Is
We're talking
yeah.
like Oklahoma drill, like
Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll grab his legs.
What about you, Matt?
Matt Daddy does not think he will. It looks like you see him over there like
I've
nope.
tackled littler people than him, and it was hard. There's no way. in hell.
There's no way. He played college ball, so he knows more than us.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
at
he's a
Josh
big
with that
body,
confidence
but
saying,
DK's huge.
He's massive.
I know he is.
Simon,
I'm not saying it's going to
So
be
good.
easier. I'm going to do it every time.
Simon,
but
what did you ask me originally, and I like misunderstood it?
originally was
handle it.
if you started in the end zone and DK started in the 50-yard line and he was just running in a straight line, if you could prevent him from getting to the end zone?
No way. If he's running at all, there's absolutely no way that I will ever even touch him.
There's no doubt in my mind I could stop him.
There's no doubt in your.
Oh my God.
See, Josh, who's
I
never
just
played
if he's just running in a straight line, I'll throw myself at his
Please.
legs. I
Please,
played rugby.
everyone watching, help us grow this show so we can be big enough to make Josh pay up on this confidence. Please.
I know it's running in a straight line. He's not even trying to juke me. I'm bringing him to the ground.
Josh, you're flat
Everybody?
afterwards.
I'm gonna get hurt.
I hear
Don't
you.
get me wrong.
Matt, I think
I'm probably
can you
gonna
say
break
Matt?
something.
Always and forever, Simon. I'm
Perfect.
here for you,
Perfect.
baby. I turned that Wi-Fi
got you.
off. It sounds way better.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes, you sound
sounds a
sexy
thousand
now,
times better.
Tim. Matt.
Wi-Fi. I'm calling my service provider.
Get out of here. Who needs Wi-Fi anyway?
God, terrible.
We
Okay, round 2, Josh. Who's the next question going to?
The next question is going to Matt. Are you ready, Matt?
I was born ready.
All right, Matt. Let me make sure I'm ready. I am ready. Okay, so listen up. Tyreek Hill, we just had a question about him. He had a fantastic game in Week 12, scoring more than every other NFL player. My question for you is, Matt, in a PPR league, did Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, and Jarvis Landry score more points than Tyreek Hill scored? And that, by the way, Tyreek Hill scored 57.9 points. So
I don't.
Tyreek Hill scored.
Hunt had a touchdown.
Tyreek Hill scored 57.9. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt.
Landry had like 17. No, there's no way. I don't think so.
So your plan?
I'm saying
You
Hill,
can pass
I know
it.
Hill had like 250, 69 yards, couple touchdowns. I think Hill outscored him.
You're going with Tyreek Hill? You are
Yeah.
allowed to pass it.
No, I'm taking it.
All right, fair enough. He's going with Tyreek Hill. So,
Browns
like
look
I just said,
crap.
Tyreek Hill had 57.9 fantasy points, which is a ton. Nick Chubb had 26.6. Kareem Hunt
Oh, no.
only had 6.2. But
So,
Jarvis
yeah.
Landry had 28.3, which gives him 61.1. So
Oh.
the
Damn.
combination of all three of those guys slightly outperformed Tyreek Hill. But I can't blame you for going Tyreek Hill there. He had such a good game.
You got
Go
you
ahead.
got Josh Math.
Let her
You
me
got
up,
Josh.
baby.
That was the one
Hey.
Josh Math question here.
Shoot or shoot, baby.
Dan, you're gonna give it to our guest. You're gonna give the
I
one
had to
Josh
give it to
Math
you.
question to our guest.
So after
I'm
2
sorry.
rounds, JL has an H, Matt has an H, and I'm sitting over here
You're
letterless.
pretty.
Like a boss.
Just because I haven't gone yet.
Yeah,
Balls.
yeah.
All right, JL, you ready for your question?
Yeah. At least though, let's go.
All right. In a PPR league, put these tight ends in order, starting with the most PPR points in Week 12.
Okay.
Austin Hooper, Mike Gesicki, and Hunter Henry. JL,
Austin Hooper.
do you want to pass or play?
I'm gonna play this. Austin Hooper, Mike Gesicki, Hunter Henry. Okay. I know
Ooh.
Hunter Henry had a touchdown. Oh,
It's the
no,
other
he
two that
didn't.
are throwing me off.
Did he have a touchdown? I thought he had a touchdown. Maybe not.
He has
Man.
2 H's in his name, if that helps.
He does have 2 H's in his name.
He definitely has 2 H's in his name.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's Henry
Simon.
Gesicki Hooper. Henry Gesicki Hooper.
You're going with Hunter Henry, then Mike Gesicki, then Austin Hooper in order.
Yeah.
That's what I would have said.
All right,
Okay.
all right. Well, Austin Hooper had 9.3 fantasy points. Mike Gesicki had 11.5 fantasy points. And Hunter Henry had 13.7 fantasy points.
You
Giving you
nailed it.
JL. Good job.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank
giving-
you.
I bet I could take a wild.
Yeah, I just
Come
went
on.
ahead and updated it. You don't even have to tell me where the letter's going. I know where it's going.
Come on, you know.
Good job, JL. Good job.
After one round, we
right.
are H to H to H.
Wow. You guys are playing a close game here. Simon, You're up
I'm
next.
ready.
You ready?
I'm
All
ready.
right. All right. Well, Kenyon Drake just had a great game. He
He did,
scored
finally.
24.3 PPR fantasy points. My question for you guys was week 12. Was week 12 Kenyon Drake's best fantasy performance this season? He had 24.3 fantasy points in week 12. Keep that in mind.
In PPR?
In a PPR.
Ooh, I should definitely know this. I've got Kenyon Drake on a lot of teams, grabbing him at the end of the first round in every draft this year. And my gut tells me that, yes, this was his best week because he's been so disappointing. But I don't know if the fact that he's been wildly disappointing is biasing my my viewpoint. I know he's had a couple other good weeks. I just don't know if he's had one this good.
It's a tough one, huh?
I don't really want to pass a 50-50, though. I'll play.
I'll
play. I'll play, and I'll say, yes, this was his best fantasy week. Week 12 was Kenyon Drake's best fantasy week so far.
So Simon is keeping this question. He's saying that week 12 was Kenyon Drake's best week of the season. Well, Simon is incorrect.
No!
Didn't he have like a 2-touchdown week earlier in the season?
He had a
4 or 5
2-touchdown game against Dallas in week 6,
Dallas.
where he scored 28.4 points.
God.
This was his second best game of the season. I'm sorry, Simon. We're going
See,
to have to
I
make
had
you a hoe.
separated pre-injury Kenyon Drake and post-injury Kenyon Drake. It
Uh-huh.
was Kenyon Drake and then Kenyon Drake 2.0 is what we're seeing now. So I forgot about pre-injury Kenyon Drake.
Who's Kenyon Drake then?
That's
Kenyon Drake.
That's Josh's
my buddy.
imaginary friend.
Yeah.
Weird pronunciation.
Damn.
Oh,
God.
man.
Now I'm
It
sitting.
is
I
a
started out in the
shame.
lead. You guys got a letter before me, and now I'm the only one sitting as a hoe over here.
All right.
Oh.
Hey, well, Matty Daddy, you're up here. Are you ready?
Yeah, let me finish popping my popcorn, but I'm ready. Let's get it.
Hey, it sounds like tasty popcorn, extra butter.
Oh,
I
my
like
God.
it.
You seem like a kettle
This
corn
is
kind of guy.
obnoxious. I want to apologize.
Oh, don't
It's
worry
Dude,
all
about
good.
it.
It's
We
really all
get it.
good. So
Let's
you
get
might
it.
see a theme in some of these questions coming up. These 3, but David Montgomery, he just had a great game, scoring 25.3 PPR fantasy points. The question I have for you: was Week 12 David Montgomery's best fantasy performance this season?
I
He
do
had
see a pattern.
25.3
I don't see the
points in
pattern
Week
yet.
12.
These Bears are so bad, too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible question.
Allen Robinson is the best talent on that team. I'm gonna have to say it.
It's Trubisky.
How many points did he have?
Ugh. He had 25.3 fantasy points in week 12. Was this his best fantasy performance of the season?
And those are PPR.
Let's go, yeah.
Yes.
I'm just going to take it. Final answer.
You're saying yes?
Yes. Just give it to me.
All right, Maddie, Daddy. Guess what? You are correct.
Oh,
This
For
was
what?
his highest scoring week of the season. His second highest scoring matchup was week 2 against the New York Giants, where he scored 21.7 points. Good job.
And
I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you, Matt.
I needed it.
So-
I needed it.
where's
Yeah.
that letter going?
So you get to decide where the next letter's going. Just so you know, Simon has HO, you have an H, and JL has an H as well.
Joe, how do you point so well? I keep getting mixed around at the direction.
Let's
I see my
let's
door
go to
and I
Joe.
point towards it.
He's
No!
giving it to JL. Yay!
No!
And look, he pointed in the right direction and all. He's got it down.
Not my
Oh
guy.
ho H.
All right. All
Chrysler.
right. Good job, Maddie. Okay. So
Let's
on to
see.
the next question.
And NBA Rigged wants to know if any of us are into fantasy basketball.
Ho, ho, ho. Funny you
Right
should
now,
ask.
yeah, funny you mentioned it. We are not yet. But we have been talking about starting a fantasy basketball league this year. All of us trying to dive into that a little bit.
Yeah.
I have played once before and I won, but I was also terrible. So that should tell you about the people I was playing with. It was also like a 4-person league. So yeah, we'll give it another try.
I'm down to give it another try myself as well.
Simon and I played Fantasy League of Legends this year.
Oh, God, that was- I had
interesting.
no idea what I was doing.
I didn't know where to even watch the games. Where do you watch Where do you watch that? Twitch?
Yeah,
It's-
Twitch. It would have to be Twitch.
It has to be Twitch, right?
ESPN 8, the Ocho.
The Ocha.
ESPN 8.
Oh,
The
Lou,
Ocha.
Cotton.
All right. JL, are you ready
I'm
for
ready.
the next question?
Is it the same theme?
It is the same theme, actually. So you might recognize this question a little bit, but guess what? Derrick Henry had a great game. He scored 38.5 fantasy points. My question for you was Week 12 Derrick Henry's best performance of the season.
Oh
JL.
my God.
Are you passing or playing?
I can't be the one coward who doesn't play.
Do it. Be a coward.
Do it. Do it. Pass
Do it now. Do
Play
it
it.
now.
Do it.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna say.
All right.
I'm gonna say no. No.
You're saying this was not his best fantasy performance of the season?
No.
Okay.
Josh, I have a question. Was
Yeah.
this the coldest game he's played in?
So I'm gonna assume it's not been the coldest game he's played. I mean, okay. It might have been. It very well might have been, but it was not his best fantasy performance of the season. Okay. Congratulations, JL. You got the question right. He actually
Yes.
scored 40.4 points in week 6 against the Houston Texans. I do not know if he was home or not, but if they were away in week 6 against the Texans, I'm assuming that was a pretty
Week
warm
what?
game. Week 6.
Six.
Where are you throwing that letter, JL? Are you going to pile on me or are you going to make Matt a hoe as well?
I
Finish
love
this trio.
piling on you, Simon. I just love it
He's
so
piling
much.
it on.
I just love to take a big dump and pile it on you.
So,
Good job, Claudio Jenkins. He got it
There
correct.
it is.
Oh man,
Damn.
yeah, Claudio. See, Claudio always comes in and is right. I'm afraid that Claudio we'll have him on the show and he'll just humiliate us and then start
Claudio
his own rival
knows his
stream
crap.
and take
Claudio
all of
is
our friends.
Claudio's our fantasy horse expert, and then Apple MVP freaking
Yeah.
kills it
He's a
at poll
savant.
perception.
Yeah,
That
he's
dude-
he's a poll
That dude is a
perception
poll savant. He knows those polls like the back of his
savant.
hand.
Specifically polls with small sampling sizes.
All right.
Okay.
Good job,
I'm a-
JL.
I'm an HOR. Matt's sitting at an H. JL is a hoe. And it's back
Matt,
to
you're
me.
winning. And we're back to Simon. Simon, you ready for your question?
I don't know how. This is crazy. I'll take.
Matt's killing it.
I'm coming for you now,
That's
Matt.
good.
You've shown that we can't underestimate you. I'm gonna throw this letter your way when I get this one right.
You should probably take that popcorn out of the microwave though; it might burn.
Pop, pop, pop.
Okay, Josh.
Okay,
what's my
Simon.
question?
Here it comes. Who had more rushing yards in week 12? Was it Antonio Gibson or Latavius Murray?
Oh my god, Latavius
Who
Murray.
had more
I mean,
rushing
yes.
yards in week 12? Antonio Gibson or Latavius Murray?
I just want to say real quick, in a league that JL and I share, somebody, I don't know who, I checked our lineup and Latavius Murray was in the lineup. And then magically on game day, Latavius Murray was no longer in the lineup and Brian Hill was in there instead. I don't know who could have done it. I didn't do it. It must have been a ghost that took Latavius Murray out.
I'm gonna stay out of that
On the bright side, though, we lost by like over 100 points, so it wouldn't have mattered
I
if we
don't
had
think-
Latavius in there. But
I
someone in the bottom right corner of this stream may or may not have taken Latavius Murray out.
oh god.
Sorry guys, I was busy. What were you talking about?
Oh.
Who
So
would have thought Murray was going to get 34 points? Okay, I'm normal for thinking that way.
Dude, Murray, I didn't think he would get 34, but he looked all right with Taysom Hill at quarterback. So I was all about leaving him in. But
Yeah.
that being said, Antonio
Brian
Gibson
Hill.
had one hell of a game. If this was who got more touchdowns, I would have this one in the bag. Antonio Gibson had 3.
Can I ask
Man,
y'all a
it-
fantasy question?
yes,
Yeah, let's
please.
hear
that's
it.
that's what we're here for, I guess.
So the popcorn is stopped for the time being.
Perfect.
Enough to irritate me, but now we're talking Saints, which I don't like. But what is Taysom Hill, guys? Like,
What
What
is
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 he?
he the future? Is he just the
Uh,
present?
He's a future. I don't know if it's the right one for them. I don't know. Sean Payton, if you would have asked me like if Drew Brees was still healthy and you would have asked me this question, I would have said not a chance in hell that Taysom Hill's the future. They're going to roll with Jameis. They're going to get this going. But Sean Payton, time and time again, proves that he loves Taysom Hill, like just truly loves that man. Now, after seeing him, I don't know if you can make him your franchise quarterback, though. The dude can't really pass the ball, but they're winning games. They're winning. I don't know. I have no idea for fantasy when he plays. Like, I'm taking a step back, not from an NFL perspective. For fantasy, if Taysom Hill's playing, you probably want to start him. Dude has a rushing baseline that's going to be safe for you. But for the Saints, I don't know.
So I have a question. So they're in cap trouble next year. They're probably not bringing Winston back, I wouldn't think. Just with the way Peyton plays, like he's scheming up plays for Taysom. So to me, it just seems like if you can get that quarterback on a cheap deal, see what you got. Just seems like the route to go. I mean, I don't know.
And maybe they trade up and like draft, like this is a pretty deep quarterback class. Maybe they try to grab like the 5th or 6th quarterback off the board, try to grab like a Trey Lance, or what's that kid from BYU's name that's been shooting up draft boards? I don't know.
Isn't Taysom Hill from BYU?
Is he also from BYU?
I know he's Mormon or whatever it is.
Yeah,
so they all go.
He went to BYU. He went to BYU.
They all go to Brigham Young.
No, honestly.
Taysom Hill is also 30 years old.
What?
Yeah, so
Guys, have we considered whether this is like a kidnapped or like blackmail situation? like maybe Taysom has something on Sean Payton, and
he plays well though. Like it's weird. I agree.
We're sitting here hating on him, but he's winning games.
Yeah.
Well, he played Denver
and the Falcons, who destroyed the Raiders. Don't get me wrong, but
still
neither
not great
are
matchups.
scary. Exactly. I do want to see them play a good team. I want to see what he has to do when they're coming from behind. If he can prove that he can do stuff like that, then sure, he might be the quarterback of the future. But he is 30 years old and a running quarterback, which
he's got to prove it.
Yikes!
When I'm just looking at the Saints schedule, they play Falcons again, then Eagles, then the Chiefs. So it looks like we've got another 3 weeks until we get to see him against a good team.
It's probably good that Swamp isn't here is that he's working and missing the stream, because he probably wouldn't enjoy this conversation too much.
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe he feels the same way. We don't.
I don't think they're going to keep Taysom Hill. Sorry.
So you wouldn't be buying Taysom Hill in Dynasty?
Hell no. Even if they keep him, I'm not buying him.
If you keep him and he's a high-end quarterback too, off of his rushing floor, and you paying pennies on the dollar with Michael Thomas, with Kamara, with Latavius Murray.
I was going to say in a 2-quarterback or a super flex league, I probably am buying some Taysom Hill shares if I can get them for cheap. Just see what's out there. I mean, people were buying Jameis shares whenever he was just the backup.
It depends on how cheap.
Third round startup pick.
Yeah, you're not getting him for a 3rd round.
Or
that's what I'm saying.
Not
his price is already way too high to even consider it, because that rug is going to get pulled out right from underneath you, and you're not going to have any value there. If it all goes ideally, yes, like he's great to have in your team. And if you got him for $0 fab, then sure. But I'm not trading anything to go get.
Are you a musician? I see that guitar in the background.
Yeah, that Simon likes to say that's just to show off.
To make it look cool.
Yeah, I bought very expensive guitars just for decoration.
We need to put you on concert. Have you singing some fantasy songs?
Josh will sing. He loves singing.
No, you got to sing, Joe.
No, I like
we'll sing harmony.
Singing as a
all
joke.
3 of us.
Matt and I will be your background dancers, and then you and Josh can take it away.
I like football.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
You got a guitar.
Look, you got the AC/DC shirt. Like, you're probably the best singer around here. I'm guessing. I'm just guessing.
I definitely sing, but I'm not good. Oh, Johnny Cash.
I got a Johnny Cash shirt on.
Here we go.
I have a Neil deGrasse Tyson shirt on.
What do you have?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Okay.
How about Fitzpatrick?
Can he sing? I bet he can sing.
I bet he's got a beautiful. Oh yeah,
beautiful voice. Beautiful voice.
Okay.
I would be surprised if he couldn't sing. If you told me Ryan Fitzpatrick, yeah,
me
told
too.
Me he could not sing, I would be like, what?
I mean, he went to Harvard. I mean, isn't that what you go to Harvard for?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't leave Harvard without being able to sing.
Yeah.
I think I've stalled long enough. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I
Do you know the answer now?
I know the answer.
that time to look
all
it
that
up.
all that talk. Now I know the answer. I had enough time to Google it real quick, cheat my way to it.
Yep.
Just kidding. I didn't cheat anything.
He just still doesn't know what he's
I
going
didn't
with.
stall it.
No.
I'm going to say, I think you're tricking me. You didn't trick me with the first one. I think you are tricking
Mhm.
me with this
Mhm.
one.
Okay.
Antonio
double
Gibson
do.
had a great
Yep.
Antonio Gibson had a great week, but he had 3 touchdowns and he didn't score that many more fantasy points than Latavius Murray. So I'm going to say Latavius
Yeah,
Murray
boy.
had more rushing yards in week 12.
So you think Latavius Murray, the backup for the Saints, had more rushing yards
The
than
backup.
the starter for the Washington football team?
The guy you
You know
benched
what? You
over
saying
Brian
that-
Hill.
You saying that doesn't even sound ridiculous, though. Like you mean the starter for one of the worst teams in the NFL had fewer points than the backup for one of the best?
I know.
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
not with you.
they're leading their division.
Honestly,
Worst team, I don't know
Latavius
what's
Murray,
wrong with
real fast, might be just as valuable as Kamara going forward with Taysom Hill. I digress.
That's
We don't have to talk
That's
about
too
it.
hot. That's way too hot of a
that's
take.
way
Hey,
too hot.
hey, I'm
Get
just
those hot
saying.
takes
Because we don't have to
here.
talk about it because
Hey.
I'm afraid.
Josh goes, we don't have to talk about my garbage take, but here it is anyways. Just let me know I'm right and I can make Matt a hoe.
Exactly. You are correct. Latavius
Boom.
Murray had 124 rushing yards, and Antonio Gibson had 115 rushing yards. Good job, Simon.
Thank you, Simon. You're very fair and benevolent.
There's nothing fair
You're-
about this. I'm
You're
not
so
letting him
handsome.
I'm not letting him run away with it.
Sorry, Matt.
Hat's going
Yeah.
on backwards.
Oh,
he's
man.
getting- oh, God. Watch out, people.
That's right. Oh, he counterbalanced me with it.
All right,
You got
Matt.
the patch, I got the ACDC, he's got the hat. I need the glasses.
Yeah, you
got a beard.
Watch out.
You got a beard. Simon can't grow one. You're basically
Balance. It's all
exact
about the
opposite.
balance.
Yep, it's all about balance.
I'm trying to
From
get
my
a beard real
nose to
quick.
my toes. Let's go. Oh, there you go.
It's a tortilla chip. It's the best I can do.
That was a tortilla chip soul patch?
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, Matty Daddy. Are you
Matty
ready
Daddy.
for your next question?
All day, every day.
All right. We got another pretty simple one here. Who had more receiving yards in week 12? Was it Deebo Samuel or Amari Cooper? Keep in mind, you can pass or play. We haven't had any passes yet.
No, we haven't. No, it's surprising.
There's been a lot of 50-50 questions I put in here.
We're
Well-
prideful men.
I was really mad about the Cowboys game because I am a Cowboys fan.
Okay. Yeah, I would be
do know-
upset too.
I'm sorry about this season, man. You got maybe the top 3 receiving core in the NFL. We can let it go, but man, it's been hard to watch.
Is Andy Dalton the future of the Cowboys?
Don't.
Do that to me. Oh,
JL coming with the gut punches.
dude, it's so bad. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. It's terrible. Oh, this is tough. Do I want to pass though? Just to keep. I don't want to be a whore, but if I'm a hoe already, I might already be a whore. Let's go, Deebo Samuel.
Yeah. He's just going for it. He's confident in
Let's
Deebo.
go. Let's go.
He says he's a Cowboys fan. He knows what Amari did, and he thinks Deebo had more receiving yards.
I know.
Well,
I went to sleep after a couple shitty plays for the Cowboys. I was over.
I know
it
that.
was
feeling.
Thanksgiving.
I was talking Debo down, and then he blows up. Granted, he didn't have Ayuk and Kittle there, but let's go Debo. He had a good game. That's all I remember.
Well, Deebo had 133 receiving yards.
Damn,
That's a lot.
that is a lot.
Amari Cooper had 112. So good job. Good job, Maddie. That's what I'm talking about. All
Get
right.
nice work.
All right. So you get to give a letter to either JL or Simon. Simon, HOR, JL, HO.
Remember who gave you that last letter? That's all I'm
So
saying.
we have to even the playing field. here.
I've never
Ooh,
given you a
he's
letter. That's all I'm
evening the
saying.
playing
I've never
field.
once struck against you.
Let's
never
do
once-
Jennifer Lopez with the letter.
Ah,
Ah!
I'm fine with that.
Claudio with the he just can't stop him. Oh, knows what's up.
Unstoppable.
he just
Yeah,
knows.
Claudio's batting 100% so far. I don't know
Mr.
baseball.
Jenkins.
That's not how you say that.
Hey, whatever.
Batting 100%.
He's batting from the 3-point line right now.
There's more tension in this than the WNBA finals. Like,
Oh, there's a lot of tension in that.
Watch out, boys.
Those sparks.
God, guys, we have a tied game after 9 questions.
Well, No, we've
Sign
done
it,
8
yeah.
questions. 8 questions, and JL still
Oh.
Matt's
Oh.
still an HO.
Yeah, so nothing you said was right.
Yeah, I thought it was HOR there. Good job, Maddie, for being in first place. I meant to say. That's what I really meant to say.
Guys, I wouldn't be
Anyway.
here without you guys. Before
Probably
we
true.
keep going. Big shout
That's
out to all
100%
three of
true.
you for what you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Yard
you.
Fantasy. You
Thank
guys
you.
do this every day. You're consistent. You guys are grinders. You guys
Hey.
literally, this is y'all's job. And I am more than impressed that you guys have the passion and just the power to just grow this thing. And I love it. And I'm glad
thank
that
you.
I get a shot to just hang out with you guys and learn from you. So thank you.
Yeah,
Yard
thank you.
Fantasy.
We're glad
Not
you're
in the
here.
back, we're in the
And-
front.
We're in the front. This is the front yard. We're chilling
And-
here.
And thank you to everyone who comes in every day and hangs with us. I think this would be pretty hard to do every day without
Oh,
anyone watching or
Yeah,
anyone
good.
engaging.
I'm with the boys in the front yard. They're watching.
Not the side yard, Ma.
Gotta let me out of the back sometimes.
That's great. That's great. No, yeah, seriously. Thank you for coming on. I mean, having just people on it makes our job here a lot more fun, right?
And we get sick of each other sometimes. It's nice to have
So
someone else
sick of
come in and
Chime and
break
Jail.
that up. I get to hear Josh less whenever you're on here. I'd much
All right,
rather listen
quit
to your
kissing each
voice.
other. I want to destroy these two guys.
All right,
We-
JL. I mean,
we weren't done
Jennifer
yet.
Lopez,
Oh.
J-Lo.
You guys think that's insulting, but she's a beautiful Latina woman,
She
She
right?
is beautiful, highly talented.
We all love her.
Yeah,
Plus-
we all love her.
Shout out to
I mean-
Jennifer Lopez.
I'm used to being
All
a
right.
woman.
JL, here's your
Yeah.
question. It's straightforward. It's easy. Who had more passing yards in Week 12? Was it Tom Brady or Kirk Cousins? JL, go.
His face says, "I don't know."
He's got
Why
it.
you got to say, "Oh, it's a simple question."
It is pretty straightforward, would you say?
It is a pretty straightforward question. It is not simple.
I think it is.
I think you're trying to trick me, Josh. I think you're a tricky trickster. I think that degree on the wall back there is trying to trick us into thinking you're a smart guy.
That's
and you're
not actually a degree. That's I just
It's
drew it.
print. You just
Yeah.
printed it out. Oh, you
Yeah.
drew it. Wow, that's pretty
Yeah, it's
impressive.
handwritten. No, I do have good handwriting.
Yeah, calligraphy master. I'm gonna go. I think you're tricking me. I'm gonna go with TB12, the Avocado King.
You said the Avocado King?
Avocado King. Yeah,
Is that
So,
an official title or proclaimed by
that's
you?
what his friends call him.
Okay, gotcha.
so
I didn't
you're going
realize
with
you were in the
Tom
inner
Brady
circle.
over Kirk Cousins in passing yards for Week 12?
hmm
Okay. So Tom Brady had so look, I'm saying that because I'm a little confused why you think I'm tricking you. I would assume
Because
that
Tom
more
Brady had a
people would
poo-poo
think-
game.
Okay. Fair enough. Tom Brady had 345 passing yards. A lot of passing yards. Kirk Cousins had 307. Not quite as much as Tom Brady.
Aw,
So good job, JL.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bravo.
and good job, Claudio, yet again.
I guess
He's
he
on
didn't
point.
have such a bad
Yeah,
game.
Claudia is unstoppable.
Have you guys had him on the show yet?
Not
TB12?
yet, but
I
he's
think he's due.
He is
Claudio,
due.
he needs to come on and except he's gonna come on and just
He's
humiliate
gonna
us.
embarrass
He's got
us.
a
Like we
cheat sheet, yeah.
What we'll do is we'll just pass every question to him and the game will be over in 5 rounds. He'll get them all right. And JL, where are you throwing that letter?
Letter.
Are you throwing it to
Later.
me? Making
Well,
me an
Jared, I think I'm gonna
H-O-R-S?
throw that later towards Simon. No.
No.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
Where's the score? Throw the score back up.
I was-
Oh
I
wait,
took it down just so I could update it.
But I need to
Okay.
know.
it's HO.
I'm gonna throw it at Matt. You know
Matt,
what?
yeah,
I pleaded
Matt.
my case with him, and he just poo-pooed me right in my face.
Yep.
So
you
I'm
rate it.
right in my
I would
face.
never
I'm gonna give it to
poo-poo
Matt.
you, JL.
This is a blood feud that started today. My sons will hate your sons, and your sons will hate my sons, and it will go on for generations.
I will let you guys hold on to the poo-poo.
Thank
Glad I'm
you.
the host of this episode. There's a lot going on with the contestants. I do not think they like each other anymore.
There's a lot of poo being flung.
A lot
Um,
of flaming poo.
Fantasy.
NBA NBA Rigged wants to know, would you guys miss Tom Brady if this is his farewell tour? I don't know if that's the right word. The NFL will be weird without a Tom Brady led team. Like in that sense, I definitely think I will miss Tom Brady being in the NFL. I don't know an NFL without Tom Brady, really. So it'll just be bizarre for me watching it without that man behind center for a team.
Is it like when you're watching all the other games happening in a week, you're just like, man, thank God Tom Brady is in the league. Thank God he's on a team somewhere. All is right.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, I have a question
Me
for
too.
NBA Rigged. I see him
Ooh.
posting these football questions, and he's a basketball guy. So will you?
And everybody knows you can only like one sport and one sport only.
If you're talking Brady, what if LeBron retires after this next year? Are you gonna be sad? Are you gonna cry?
That would be way worse.
Yes.
What's your call?
Yeah.
on
I
that?
think the sport would miss LeBron more than NFL would miss Tom Brady.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
agree.
It's also more of
100%.
an individual sport. Like
for sure.
individuals matter way more in that.
Yeah.
Well, quarterbacks in the NFL matter the most
They
by
do.
far. So-
They do.
But you're absolutely correct in what you said there. Would I miss Tom Brady? I want to say no, but there's that saying, you don't know what you got till it's gone. So
He's
maybe
been
I
playing
would.
since I've been alive. So
Exactly. So maybe I would. I think there's enough to kind of take over for him at this point with Patrick Mahomes and all these up and coming quarterbacks. But I probably would. I would like to say no, but I probably would.
That's awesome.
sounds good. All right.
Okay, I'm up.
Finish up
Yes,
this
you are,
week.
Simon. And I am the host this episode,
It's
aren't
tied.
I?
Ooh, you are.
Look at this.
And we
9
are
questions
all
is all
tied
tied. Actually, this time.
All
Okay.
tied up.
Simon, incoming in a PPR league. Give me. Wait. This question, I updated it and it didn't get saved. It will just take 1 second.
Waiting for it.
Yes, sir. Simon, in a PPR league, give me 3 of the 5 highest scoring tight ends in week 12. Give me 3 of the 5 highest scoring tight ends in week 12.
Okay.
Now he's
I
gonna
think I'm gonna
pass.
play. I'm gonna play. I think
That's
I got.
what I like
this.
to hear. That's what I like to
One of
hear.
them- One of them I'm unsure of. I think he was at 5, and it's the one that you would think was the easiest, but I think he was at 5. Dallas Goedert was the number 1 tight end this week. I know that for a fact in PPR league, so I'm going to go there. Travis
I'm not going to
Kelce.
say anything on this.
Yeah,
until
wait
you
till I give
commit
all 3. Travis
Yeah.
Kelce, I think, was number 5, but he might have been number 6. But I think he snuck into that top 5.
I thought Wentz
think-
was Cheeks.
I thought, and I think Rob Gronkowski was up there in the top 5 as well. So I'm going to go Dallas Goedert, Rob Gronkowski, Travis Kelce. In that order,
You're saying
too.
Dallas Goedert, Rob Gronkowski, Travis Kelce.
Yeah, that's what final answer.
The number 1 scoring tight end was Dallas Goedert. The
Got
number
that one.
2 scoring tight end was Robert Tonyan. The
Nope.
number 3 scoring
Mhm.
tight end was Evan Ingram.
Oh, God.
You need
Ooh,
the next
Claudio.
2
Oh, no.
The number
I don't think Rob was
4
in there.
was Rob Gronkowski.
Okay.
And number 5 was Travis Kelce.
Oh,
we got it.
Good job,
Oh.
Simon. Barely.
And guess who else got it right?
Claudio in here again with the slam
Freaking
dunk.
Claudio.
This guy.
Oh,
JL,
man.
you know what's
Good
coming.
job.
What? I threw it to Matt last time.
JL, you are
Suck.
HORS. You're 1 letter away from defeat.
Oh,
I should have
my
piled it on. I
God.
should have just piled it on.
Yeah, take your shots when you can, man.
Yikes.
'Cause You might be done this round. Matt
Matty
can finish
Daddy,
off.
are you ready for your question?
Oh yeah.
All right, Matty Daddy.
Is ever thinking.
So, in a 4-point per passing touchdown league, there were only 5 quarterbacks with more than 20 fantasy points in week 12. That doesn't seem like many. I want you to name 3 of them now.
Deshaun Watson for sure. I think there was a lot.
And
of
I'm not
touch
going to tell you
quarterbacks.
anything until
I know
you
a
say
lot.
all 3. Just so
I
you
felt
know.
like there was multiple quarterbacks with. I think it was 4 touchdowns. I could be wrong. Let's go Mahomes, Watson. I need one more, huh? Oh, biscuits. Let's see.
Biscuits.
Who does
That
he
is
play
not a
for?
quarterback.
Not gonna say Mitch Trubisky. I don't trust it. Man, I'm 2. I don't know the third though. This is gonna break my little heart. Watson, Mahomes, and let's think. Come on.
Yeah, that's tricky. After you name those 2, now I'm struggling to come up with a third as well.
Yeah, this is. I don't feel good about this one. I don't want to take too much time though. Jeez Louise.
You
I'm
can
trying to
still
think
pass
scores.
You could still pass it even after
We
giving
haven't
up
had
two
it passed
answers.
yet.
All right,
But we don't know if they're right.
Let's pass this to my boy down low, JL.
You guys stink.
JL, you got to get it.
Why did I say that? Why did I remind him that he could pass it? I'm an idiot.
Thank you.
All right.
I gave you 2 though, so
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
fair. Hopefully. All right, I'm gonna go Watson, Mahomes, and I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers.
You going Aaron
I
Rodgers?
know Kirk Cousins
Ooh.
had a lot of points. Rodgers
Okay.
had more than Kirk Cousins. I don't think he did.
it's tough.
I'm gonna go. Okay, Watson, Mahomes, Rodgers.
Okay. In a 4-point per passing touchdown league, there were only 5 quarterbacks with 20 fantasy points in week 12. The top 5 were Deshaun Watson at number 1, Patrick Mahomes at number 2, Kirk Cousins at number 3, and Aaron Rodgers at number 4, Tom Brady at number 5.
You got it,
JL,
JL.
you got it
You
right.
got
I'm
it.
saying.
Thank you for the help, Matt.
Unfortunately, since you passed it, Matt, I think that letter goes directly to you.
It does.
Dang it.
Somebody told me that.
I'm
Wait.
sorry. I'm sorry. Yes.
Bring it.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Can I pass it? Can I shoot it over to Simon?
Nope.
No, I don't think that's how it works. I'm sorry.
I'll take
Matt
it.
tried to throw it up to me as you threw it to him.
Who came up with this
I'll take
game?
it.
Stupid.
Stupid game. Idiot
Never
game.
played horse before.
All right. Well, hey, that leaves us with JL as an HORS, Simon as an HOR,
Simon's
and
just
Maddie as an
pandering.
HORS as well.
Simon's
He's
taking
just-
care of business.
He's trying to
So-
slink by.
Simon's in the lead at the moment, guys. JL, you're up next. You ready for your next question?
Yeah, I guess I just answered one. So
All
do it again.
right.
ready
Okay.
again.
Okay. Here we go.
All right,
Well,
here we go.
JL, there were 5 running backs with at least 20 carries in week 12. Name 3 of them.
With at least how many carries?
20 carries.
Oh, breaking news. Josh Allen apparently now lives in the Despicable Me universe and has been Gru's latest target.
Oh no!
So keep that in mind. I don't know what that does to his fantasy value, but Glory Star's breaking the news. He's now in the Despicable Me universe.
Is Bob a worthy flex play this week? Bob and Kevin? No.
Oh,
no
I
one
was
gets
like, what are you talking? Oh,
We
the
weren't
minion,
sure at first.
the minions. No, I wouldn't play Kevin this week. I think he's still injured.
Yeah, I think he tore his ACL.
Okay, 5 running back. Oh, At
Did
least
you almost
20
just
carries.
answer?
No, I was just thinking. I thought it was 20 points again. 20 carries. That's a tough one. You're gonna play it and get it wrong and lose the game.
All right, I know one's Derrick Henry. I'm gonna play this
Oh, we got tough guy over here.
tough guy. I'm just gonna flex on him right now. I know one is Derrick Henry. Pretty sure James Robinson had more than 20, and I'm pretty sure Wayne Gallman had more than 20 because I was watching that game with a Giants fan, and Wayne Gallman is my guy. So I'm pretty sure he had like 23 or 24 attempts. I'm going to go Gallman, Robinson, and Henry.
All right. Well, number 1 was Derrick Henry. Number 2 was Wayne Gallman. And number 3 was James Robinson.
Whoa!
Good
Wow.
job.
Friggin' sweep. 1,
I
2,
didn't know
3,
they were. I didn't know
JL.
they were 1, 2, 3.
Well,
What are the other 2? Just out of
Kenyon Drake, and Antonio Gibson
gotcha.
all
Oh.
had 20
So
carries.
Claudio named 5. He said Henry, J-Rob, Gibson, Drake, and then he said Chubb. So he just missed 1. He got 4 out of 5 of them.
That's actually pretty close, man.
Is
That's
Chubb,
pretty
is
awesome.
Chubb 6?
Chubb was, but he didn't have 20 carries. I think he was 6. I think he had like
Ah.
19 carries. if I
So-
remember correctly.
I think we should probably investigate Claudio for performance enhancing drugs.
I think so.
Yeah. I think he was inside of Maddie's beard or something.
Joe, where's that letter going? Are you finishing
You
Matt
know where it's
off?
going,
or-
you big baby.
I know. I was wishful thinking.
Whistle.
Thanks for giving me a shot.
It wasn't for you.
Without you, I'd be nowhere.
I just dislike you less
Thank you.
than I dislike Simon.
Yeah,
Okay.
Latavius Murray and Nick Chubb both had 19 carries.
Jail.
So you were close with the Chubb pick.
Jail. Just so you know, it is now my turn, and when I get this right, I'm coming straight for you.
Vindictive little minx.
What will it take for
No.
Lamar to play tomorrow? Nothing. I don't think he's playing
not
tomorrow.
playing. Can't
Turn
play.
back time.
I
And then-
he literally
catch
can't play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
turn back time. Don't catch
Follow
COVID.
protocols. Be safe.
J.K. Dobbins is playing, and I think Mark Ingram might be playing now.
Not
Apparently, I
crazy.
didn't know that was possible, but I'm pretty sure they're playing now. Yeah, that's
Wednesday
what I
at
heard.
3-4. What are we gonna do on Wednesday? It's gonna start
3:40.
40 minutes into our stream.
I guess we stream for 40 minutes on Wednesday. We do it.
Yeah.
We
And then we
do a
just-
20-minute shorter stream.
Or we just comment on the first 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah, we have
Go
the game
do
up in the back.
play-by-play.
Do play-by-play.
Play by
Josh will provide color commentary.
Yeah.
John Madden style.
Okay, Josh, what's my question? Let me knock JL out of this game.
All right, time to knock someone out, boys and girls. The next question, the last two questions, you might say. Well, let's just do the last one, our first one first here. In a PPR league, who had more fantasy points in Week 12? Was it Miles Sanders or Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
Can you give him a 50-50?
I did give him a
Oh,
50-50.
God.
Son of a gun.
Okay, so I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play. I am going to play. Clyde I remember looking at our experts league team, the FSGA team, and I think he got us something like 4.5 points or something ridiculous like that. It maybe was a little bit higher, but it was very, very low. Was Miles Sanders worse than that yesterday? Was he that bad? They didn't work him in the offense like at all. He had like, oh God. Who had more fantasy points in week 12?
That's it.
It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. If I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose with me answering it, not with someone else answering my question. Miles Sanders.
You're saying he had more points than Clyde
I'm
Edwards-Helaire?
saying he had more, but I'm not sure about it. It was a gross week for both of them.
I like this
Well,
question.
you kind of said Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He had 4.9, so you were
Okay.
pretty close there. But what did Miles Sanders have?
More than 4.9.
He had 6.2.
Stupid son of a gun.
Boom!
It's a
JL,
stupid
adios.
game. You're all stupid dingbats.
JL,
and
we're
I
kicking you off
hate
the screen
all.
now. Could you imagine
JL,
if
make
we did that? That
hey
actually
JL,
would be
make
kinda
a
cool.
make a horse noise. Make a horse noise, JL. There you go.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
Oh,
Okay, Matt. It all comes down to this question.
And of
It's coming
course,
to you.
Claudio knew the answer.
Every time.
Hey, Maddie, it comes down to you.
He goes, I
You
have both,
and
so
you
I know.
alone.
R.I.P.
Oh, wait, I forgot to put the first letter in this question, but we're all good. It's all good, guys. Okay.
All
Oh,
good in
no.
the-
Sorry to hear about your loss, Claudia.
All right. In a PPR league, Maddie, who had more fantasy points in week 12? Brandon Cooks or T. Higgins?
What do I do with my hands now that I lost?
Brandon Cooks or T. Higgins? That's it. Maddie.
You gonna pass
Maddie
it?
for the dub.
Will Fuller
You
blew
can-
up. I know
you
Tyler
can-
Boyd had a bad game. I know AJ Green's irrelevant. I'm gonna go T. Higgins. I might be wrong, but
You're-
I'm okay.
You're
with
just gonna lock it in with T. Higgins.
Yeah,
For the win?
I could be wrong, but I mean,
Oh,
Watson
please.
went crazy. The offense sucks.
Destroy
And,
Simon.
Let's go
Well,
T.
okay.
Higgins.
It all comes down to this. If you get it
Brand-
right, you win. If it's wrong, I win.
Well, guess
Go
what?
T.
Brandon
Higgins.
Cooks had 13.5 fantasy points. 13.5. T. Higgins had 15.4.
No,
You are correct,
Ah!
buddy. You are
You guys,
champion of fantasy horse. Simon and JL suck. I still didn't lose, so it doesn't matter. Love it.
Join me, Simon, in this open
You
field.
got it right.
We will gallop together. No.
I appreciate you guys big time. That was
Good
fun.
job, Maddie. Good
Let us
job,
graze
Maddie.
together, Simon.
Good
I
job,
overcame
man.
The popcorn debacle, whatever, and after switching up devices, I have no one to thank but you guys. The Fantasy Affair. If you guys need to reach out to me at Maddie Daddy 2652, hit me up. Maddie wins the natty. I'm a Miller
That's
Lite
what's up.
drinker, but I'll dabble.
I'll
yeah,
dabble.
Definitely stay tuned with me, guys. Like I said, we're growing.
Hell yeah.
I definitely am looking for any way to kind of get my brand out there. Thank you for everything, fellas. All three of you
Thank you.
have been studs today.
It's a killer brand. If you guys like watching our stream, make sure you go follow Matty Daddy on Twitter and keep up with Fantasy
Seriously.
Affair. They're putting out.
Claudio, I expect a tweet or something. You
Seriously, Claudio, come on.
teasers or whatever.
He
Let's talk.
Oh.
Give this man a follow.
He got it.
Jenkins.
did.
Claudio got it too. He got T. Higgins as well. Man, he's on fire. Well, Matt, I want to thank you so much for coming on with us today. That was a lot of fun. Like you said,
It was.
you faced some early adversity with your popcorn machine refusing to turn off. You got it off. You came back. Fourth quarter, you came out victorious. JL and I have to live the rest of the week knowing that we are losers, but we appreciate it. Like Matt said, you can find him on Twitter at Matty Daddy. Let me make sure I get the numbers right. 2652. Matty Daddy 2652.
52.
That's right, baby.
And you can find
1956.
And you can find Fantasy Affair at Fantasy Affair FF on Twitter. And Matt, before we go, I just got to say that name, the first time I read it, I was like, is that like cheating? And then I got it. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like, I swear my
Fantasy
girlfriend
Affair.
swears I'm having an affair with fantasy football all the time anyways. Like, that is, I love the name.
The
Nice
wife
job on
came
that.
up with it. Like I said, it's a bunch of us guys that are just trying to get our name out there. And like I keep bringing up to everybody, you got to crawl before you can walk.
Absolutely.
But
And
once
everybody
I
knows
start
you have your
walking-
first affair when you're crawling.
That's right.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's when you like first probably like step away from your mom a little bit. You know, maybe you're talking to some friends and maybe a girl. You know, yeah, I got you there.
That's awesome.
I look forward to hearing you on that guitar one of these afternoons playing
Yes.
Johnny Cash.
I do too.
Harmony, all three of us. All
You know,
three of us.
next time instead of doing a water bet, we'll do a performance bet. Loser has to give a vocal instrumental performance on
I
stream.
think tomorrow,
Has-
y'all are doing one tomorrow, right?
Every day.
We'll
every
stream
weekend.
tomorrow.
I think
Every
y'all need to
weekend.
make more bets on this show. If you guys are going to do this every day, there needs to be something on the line.
Especially because we're going to be here in the off season, guys. I hate to tell you that.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Ooh,
Hate to
So-
tell you.
it's going to be fun, but
You,
we're
you
gonna
heard
have
it
to
here
get creative.
first. JL
Next
is singing
Monday's show,
all off
whoever
season.
loses has to wear a fedora on live show all week.
This,
not a
I
punishment.
mean,
That's
we
not a
need more of these.
Oh God. No, okay, fine, JL. Then you can lose
we
on
need more of
purpose.
these ideas.
Oh, I have to break out my fedora collection? Oh, no.
That's not a punishment. Guys,
Okay.
thanks for having me.
No, thanks so much. And thank you everyone for coming in and hanging out with us today. We appreciate it. You can find me on Twitter at FYF Simon, Josh at FYF Josh, John Luke at FYF John Luke. Please go subscribe to us on YouTube, Front Yard Fantasy, and follow us on Twitch. And once again, follow Matty Daddy on Twitter at Matty Daddy 2652 and check out Fantasy Affair. We will see you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Matty Daddy is the champion. Adios from week 12 fantasy.
Remember, trading makes fantasy fun.